everyone. You haven't seen this girl in a while. She is, well, I call her Sophia, and she is one of the triplets that were sculpted by Sheila Michael. The Carmen, Camilla, and Karina, I believe, are the sculpt names. And I can never keep them straight, so I don't know which one this is. But I thought I would share one of them with you this morning because I haven't done anything with them for a while. They've been up for sale for quite a while, and they still are available. And I don't believe I've ever taken them out in the daylight before. But it is very rainy here today, so I don't know that the coloring is going to be real great on them, but it's got to be better than the fake light I have at home. So I figured, why not? I will bring one of them with me today. Sophia happens to be the one I think that gets the most watchers on eBay. I have anywhere between 16 and 22 watchers on these girls at any given time. I've gotten notifications from eBay before that, they've been in their carts, like that people have put them in their shopping cart, but didn't, finalize the purchase for whatever reason. They are expensive. They were painted by a master artist, Connie Burke, of Tiny Toes something. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on that one. But Connie Burke has been around for a while. I don't know how many people are familiar with her. But she used to get Marlon's Sweet Dreams Nursery to root all of her dolls that she does. Connie does a lot of prototypes, or she used to do a lot of prototypes. She still does, though, to this day. Just not as many, I don't think, as she used to. And of course, Lazaro Marlon Brito is a master artist as well, and she did the rooting on these girls. They have a two-tone rooting. It's darker on top and lighter on the edges. And their hair is really nice. It's a short cut, so it stays in place. It's directionally rooted. And, it has that look that it's growing out of their head. So yeah, the coloring on them is really beautiful. Connie painted these babies to resemble the prototypes that she had done of these three girls. So they're not exactly like the prototypes, but they're similar. They are full body vinyl babies, so they're great for folks that, want to experience the full body. They like the idea of, dressing a baby and not having to worry about showing cloth. If I go down here, you can probably see that she has a little bit of a chest sticking out there. Not much. I had it pulled down, but it must have wrenched itself back up. I'm doing this one-handed, so I can't show you right now, but I'll have to do that sometime. There are several videos on my channel of, these girls, me dressing them, showing them off kind of thing. So feel free to go back in my videos and check them out. But yeah, they're beautiful. I mainly use them as display babies. I would change them, on occasion. Usually months and months would go by before I changed them. And I just really love to look at them. They're just so beautiful to me, I think. And of course, I've always been told by other folks that have seen them in person or have seen videos or pictures of them that, they think they're really amazing too. So yeah, I don't know. Everything in this hobby is a personal preference, so what I like, other folks might not like, and that's okay. That's why That's why there's usually lots of artists out there to fit our liking, more so than others. But yeah, I am parting with 3 of them. There's Sophia, and Olivia is the one that's open-eyed, and Amelia is the one that's yawning. And she actually is my personal favorite out of the 3. If I could keep one of them, that would be the one I would hold on to. I just love that one yawning. I didn't at first, when I first got them home, I liked the awake one, and Goldie likes this one. This one's her favorite. And you know, I'm extremely patient. These girls have been for sale for over a year, and I've gotten nibbles on them, but nothing serious. And I will continue to, you know, wait it out. And you know, if they don't sell, I'll be glad to keep them, but I want to thin out my collection a little bit. I got new babies coming, and you know, how we all do that. Sort of the way things go in this hobby. But I've enjoyed them for many years, several years at least. And yeah, they're really nice babies. They are made of a softer vinyl than most vinyl babies I've felt. In fact, I think it is the softest vinyl I have ever felt. Which I think is why it's referred to as silicone vinyl, which, you know, doesn't really exist, but this vinyl is just has a different pliability than the other ones do. You know how people move the fingers around and stuff like that? You can do that with these, of course, but you can also bend their arms and stuff too to get them dressed. It's just, the vinyl is just really, really soft. I mean, I wouldn't recommend bending their arms necessarily, but you can. It's just a different material that gives a lot more than the other stuff does. She's got textured skin, so her paint is protected with matting. And yeah, the whole 9 yards. I mean, these babies have private parts, so you have to be careful when you're dressing them, especially on YouTube these days. But you might be able to tell, like, by her shirt, the way her shirt falls on her little chest, you can kind of see the shape of her body, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I can see it, obviously, but I'm looking at it with not through the lens so much, but just in person. They wear newborn size clothes. This is a Carter's onesie, and I just put her in a onesie so you can see her a lot better. Yeah, give me a shout out if you're interested. I offer layaway. A lot of people don't do that. I still offer layaway. It's something that has been working for me really well, and it opens up my clientele, I guess, more to offer layaway, because not everyone can just afford to produce a vast amount of money, so it's nice when they can break it out into chunks. I prefer 6 months tops, but I can work with folks. These babies are, you can definitely find them cheaper elsewhere, painted by different artists. I still believe the sculpts are still available. They're not limited edition, I don't believe. So they don't have COAs, but I do have birth certificates from Connie for each of them. And I had them priced at $1,000 each, or you could get all 3 of them for a discounted rate. But now I've lowered them to $9.50, and that's without shipping expenses. So they are expensive, of course. Most of the dolls in this hobby are, especially the ones that are painted by, you know, the artists that have made something of themselves, so to speak. They've gotten the awards and they've gotten recognized in this community as being the top, you know, the top artists. There, of course, are a lot of artists out there that probably are very comparable to the master artists that are, you know, given that label or given that honor. However, not everyone takes their dolls to shows or enters contests. So that's just kind of the way things go. The people that, you know, get out there and show off their work in that public setting, like doll shows and things, those are the ones that get the recognition for their work when they do good work. So you can, you know, you can argue that, you know, oh, this person does this great work and they do better work, you know, they might think they do better work than the master artist, and that might be very true. But until they get out there and, you know, show off their work, they're not going to get recognized in that way. That's just how it goes. That's how all artists are. They have artist showcases and stuff for reasons, so that artists can, you know, display their craft and, you know, see what the public thinks. So didn't fully intend for this conversation to go this way, but to give you some justification, I guess, for pricing sometimes, if that helps. Some folks that are new sometimes wonder why certain dolls are just so expensive, and others, they can get another one for half the price or a quarter of the price. And that's kind of why, I guess, that's the way art is. You know, if you ever compare, you know, some random piece of art that you could find in Walmart, which might be a reproduction into a poster version that's framed, compared to a painting that was done by, you know, I'm not that familiar with a lot of artists, but I'll just throw Thomas Kinkade out there. Thomas Kinkade stuff is pretty expensive, right? Compared to what you can buy elsewhere from other not well-known artists. And it's because, you know, Thomas Kinkade probably got himself out there in the world and showed his stuff, and the other folks have not in that way. Or maybe they have, and the people just don't think they're as good, or the spectators don't think they're as good. There's always that too, where people try to get themselves out there and it doesn't work out. You know, you either have it or you don't, I guess, in this line of work. Same with music talent. You either have it or you don't. And the people kind of decide that for the most part. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing little Sophia. And if she is pulling at your heartstrings, or perhaps you want to see one of the other ones, contact me. You can shoot me an email. It's eal17@psu.edu. And I'll be happy to talk to you about them. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your week. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.